everybody, what is up? It is your boy Dixie Outlaw back again for another video. Now, I apologize in advance. Today's video is probably going to be a little bit boring. I'm also going to take and try to not dilly-dally around too much in this video as well. But I'm going to kind of talk about some spray paint and stuff in today's video. And also, I'm going to kind of talk about what spray paints I like a little bit better than other ones, because I got a couple different ones here. Well, I got two different brands here, I do believe. Yeah, two different brands here. And I am going to give my honest opinion about these. I'm going to also take and talk about... Sorry, y'all. I've been having wicked burps. I'm going to take and talk about a little bit of, I don't know if you call it an accessory or not, but that you can get for them, just a couple of things you can do to actually make your next spray painting job go a little bit easier. And also kind of what the whole ideal is behind why I keep spray paint and try to keep stocked up on spray paint in my garage. Now, first off, and this is something that I take in saying just because I find it kind of funny, actually. A lot of spray paint cans in my garage are never full. It's very seldom. Like, the only reason why, not that one. The only reason why this one's full is because it's brand new. The only reason why this one's almost full, it's about half. I can take and tell just by feeling it, it's about half. This one's about on E. But this one is because I don't really like this color. So I kind of use it on just random bull crap that it actually ends up looking good on somehow. The second thing I'm going to talk about when it comes to spray paint, I don't like gloss spray paint on a lot of things. Multiple reasons. First off, I don't think it looks good. Honestly, I'm more of a matte finish type person or flat finish type person. Also, I just feel that flat paint kind of is a little bit easier to not dirty up. I don't know if it could be just placebo effect in my head or whatever it is. And also, doing YouTube videos and having a very bright paint job in the background kind of does make the light not take and do what you want it to do. As you can see, like per example, you see how the light is glaring off of this. Yeah, I don't really like that. Now, for vehicles and stuff, I love gloss, especially high gloss. Now, I got two different kinds here. I got this Crollium, or Crollo, or Crolin, however you want to take and say that name. And I got the old Rust-Oleum. Now, I do find it kind of funny because people crap all the time about Rust-Oleum is crappy paint. Actually, if you want a cheap paint that's not bad, be careful which ones you get, honestly. But Rust-Oleum, I have painted God knows how many different things with this and never had too much issue. It's not really the best paint if you want a durable finish of like on vices and stuff or something like that. Something that if you're going to be using it a lot, it's not really the best. But if you're really like using it on your car or something, not bad. Especially if you put a clear coat over top of it. Toolboxes, it ain't bad on. I do believe, I think my black toolbox, the bottom section of it, if I'm not mistaken, I sprayed with Rust-Oleum spray paint. And obviously it's a toolbox, and it's been doing just fine. This other brand, I'm not 100% familiar with it, mainly because this is really the newest spray paint in my arsenal, at least to my knowledge. I know it's actually a little bit better, especially for painting vehicles, it seems like. And this actually costs more than the Rust-Oleum, of course. It costs like, I think it's like $10 a can. And you get it from the auto store, which I think that in itself explains why it's good for painting cars. And mouses, which honestly, in my opinion, that kind of speaks in itself of, sorry y'all, it can stick to plastic surfaces that are constantly being used, and sometimes I even wear gloves that are very abrasive on the insides of them, and it doesn't come off. That is just phenomenal in itself, in my opinion. Now, kind of got that out the way. I don't think there's anything else I have to say on that. Another thing I take in, know that a lot of people complain about and take saying stuff is, and I'm talking about, I actually had people before, in my old shed I used to store stuff in, people would ask me, why do I leave my spray can and paints open? Because they're like, oh, well, it's easier to tell the color if you leave the lid on there, and a lot of people are afraid of this little nozzle getting damaged and stuff, and da this and da that. I normally have these on a shelf. Unless I get an earthquake, these ain't moving. First of all. Second of all, if you look at this nozzle, you can clearly see what color it is just from glance if need be. But also, literally, if I have this, like, say I have another can in front of this one, I can either move this can, especially if you make sure that you store them with the name out, and then I can see what this can is, or I pick this can up if it's like in a bunch of other ones, and wow, it's a miracle. Also, for some reason, they can say the whole front gets covered with paint. Normally, right there above the barcode, it also takes and says what color it is. So that is what that is. I just hate the lids because they take up way too much time. Especially a lot of these newer lids, you can be sitting there for 5 minutes fighting to get them off. Now, I can't remember if I actually put up a video talking about these, but I will take a say in this video. This handle is made by Rust-Oleum, and what it is a really nice handle that's got a little pusher there, and you push this button, and it spray paints. And the nice thing about this is you can have way more control, and you can keep your hands clean, and be able to actually take and do what you need to do and stuff, and be able to take and just get beautiful finish, in my opinion, instead of just holding a can like this, and you get your fingers filthy and everything else. You don't really have that smooth of control, and honestly turn your hand in different ways becomes a pain after a while. With this, because it's a normal handle, it doesn't really take in fatigue your hand or your wrist and stuff as much. Now this actually has a weird easy touch tip. No runs, no drips, and this actually still fits in there just fine. It's way further onto the little thing in there that presses the button than what the other ones are. It normally sits up just like a hair above it, but I honestly take and say these to me are more throwaways than they actually are keeps. I normally use them for a couple jobs if need be, or halftime I would sometimes just leave on one singular can of spray paint, and then when I throw away the can, you can throw this away a lot of times too, just because these things get tore up, and after a while it doesn't hold the can no more, and then literally you'll go to pick it up, or as soon as you put it on the can and then you go to pick it up, the can falls, and then you're like, well, that's toast. They're only about like $5, something like that, between $3 to $5 I believe it is for the cheap ones. So to me it's like, it doesn't balance itself out enough to justify me trying to keep this around for as long as it will. Especially when I have found out that literally just from using one can of spray paint and putting it onto there and pulling it back off, literally starts damaging it. Which means I don't know how many cans you're going to be able to pull that off of and put it back onto before it just takes and tears it completely apart to where it's not going to hold one. Hold on, y'all. I got to put in a couple of pouches here. I am, however, going to cover up the camera for a second because I don't feel like editing and I have a sore in my mouth, and I know YouTube will demonetize that real quick if that accidentally shows. I got one side in. Hold on, y'all. Sorry about all the noise outside, y'all. We got very inconsiderate neighbors here that don't care about other people. Might not want to party with them. Alright, now, the other part of this video I'm going to make, because I feel it's kind of something that people overlook, and I don't understand why. We're going to talk about toolboxes, and more or less, more of what we're going to actually talk about is how a toolbox looks. So I hear so many people taking complaint about all the way from the color to it's too shiny or it's too plain. Here's the thing you can do. First off, it's too plain and you want to, you can sometimes, I know, buy little chrome pieces that you can actually put on the little handles that you pull out on your drawers. There you go. That would be a nice way to contrast it. Second of all, you can just paint that spot chrome. Go buy metallic paint, chrome paint, whatever. I know, believe it or not, this Rust-Oleum metallic paint almost looks like chrome from a distance, honestly. Third off, if you don't like the color, spray paint. Spray paint's cheap. If you do it good, or even better yet, even if you don't do the best of a job, it's a toolbox. Nobody should be looking that hard at your toolbox. If people are looking that hard at your toolbox, you might want to figure out what they're doing that close to your toolbox to keep staring at it so hard, because they might be trying to steal your tools. Just a little information there. Second of all, it doesn't matter how good of a toolbox, how good of a paint job you do on a toolbox, because it's going to get damaged. You're going, I guarantee you, even if you do buy a toolbox, like say you buy a red one and you love the red color of it, eventually it's going to fade, get damaged, and you're going to have to probably spray paint it. I know some of y'all are going to be like, Snap-ons don't do that. You're full of crock, and I don't care what you say. Every paint job chips, fades, and gets damaged over time. Especially if you're like most mechanics I know, that what we do is we open up the drawer, toss our tool in it, and that time we end up having things in the back of our toolbox, sometimes even in the front of our toolbox, because we might miss the drawer. Now, hold on a second, y'all. Rosie, stop. Sorry, I had to get into my dog. Now, another thing you can do, and this is one of my favorites, if it looks too bland, stickers. I actually got 4 stickers here that cost 50 cents a piece. Now, yeah, these ain't going to stick on your toolbox forever. But they may not stick on it forever, but they will stick on it long enough, you know. They will look good for quite some time. I know I was sticking 50-cent stickers on a window of a car before, and it was on the window of the car for years. But if stickers aren't your fancy and you don't like stickers, which also I have stuck stickers on toolboxes, sometimes free stickers, so on and so forth. And Never had an issue. I know most of the stickers I've ever found in a toolbox outlasted how long I had the toolbox. But if stickers aren't your thing because you feel like they ain't going to hold up too well, you go up to your local O'Reilly's, AutoZone, whatever. You can buy little emblems that you put on cars, put them on your toolbox, or buy decals. Nice thing about decals is these, you know for a fact, are going to stick and stay stuck to metal or glass. And I didn't even realize, but this one's reflective decals, which is not really that big of a deal, but I can foresee me not nailing my knee onto my toolbox with this. You can get little goofy, cool ones, whatever you want to consider this. They say like caution. They have skulls. They have, I think pretty much if you can think of a decal, they have them. Even little ones like this. So that's kind of my whole rant on that, because another reason why I'm making this video is I get so tired of hearing so many people complain about toolboxes, and they seem to just forget spray paint and decals and stickers are a thing. So this is what I'm going to leave the end of this video with, saying is, don't worry about what the toolbox looks like. Everything can be fixed with the right price tag and time. And if you yourself do not have time, you can hire somebody to do it for you. So, hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you get notified of all my future uploads. And this has been Dixie Outlaw, and I am signing off, y'all.